Yo, what it do? It's your boy joeysings, and welcome back to my channel for a brand new video. I have been trying to form sentences to get words to describe how I'm feeling. I received a question in my Q&A that said, now is not the time to be doing reaction videos. You need to use your voice to speak on things that are happening. How do I feel about Black Lives Matter? And I have been literally sitting for days, y'all, trying to figure out the words to express how I feel about what's happening in the world. Y'all, hopefully these words come together and I don't piss anybody off along the way, but this is how I feel about Black Lives Matter.
She put my name in yellow hearts. Her favorite color like the stars. I didn't listen very hard when she told me she was crazy from the start.
First things first, do I agree with the Black Lives Matter movement? Yes. And here's why. As a black man, as a gay black man who has to walk out of his house daily, who has to think about what he's going to wear, what he's going to do, how he's going to move before leaving his house, because we don't know when, if, how my life will be taken from me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm going to be walking down the street and get stereotyped as a thug and a police officer is going to harass me. I don't know if I'm going to walk out of my house and my neighbor across the street is going to realize today he doesn't like black people and attack me. I don't know. And that scares me. It's horrible to think that as an African-American man, I have to look over my shoulder when I am out in public. As an African-American man, I have to wonder and question what I say, how I say it, when I say it, because am I going to fend off someone who doesn't like the way I look? Black Lives Matter is about making sure the Black American voice is heard. Black Lives Matter is about making sure that we are no longer invisible, that we are no longer feared for what we look like. Not all black people are thugs. Not all black people are into gangs. Not all black people are criminal. And that can be said about so many different races and so many different types of people. But the fact that people have already created stereotypes of what a black person is supposed to be, they are teaching this to their kids. Racism is taught in the house. It is generational. You learned it from your grandma. They learned it from their granddaddy. They taught it to you. You teaching it to your kids. People are teaching racism. So as long as racism is being taught, Black lives will not matter. Everyone screaming, all lives matter, all lives matter, all lives matter, until you start losing people of a certain race and you realize how many people don't give a fuck. You realize how many people don't care until it happens to you. So as long as black people are being killed in cold blood, judged, people are being racist towards them, people are being disgusted by them, as long as black people are being treated unfairly, all lives will not matter. Another person asked me, how do I feel about the riots and the looting? And I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it. And it sucks that that is what is being televised. The riots, the ugly side of all the peaceful protests is what's being televised, because that is what the government wants us to see. That is what they want us to see. They want black people to look bad on TV, so everything their grandparents told them is now true, and they have a reason to continue to hurt us. That's the sad part. I don't agree with breaking into a grocery store or breaking into a small business or setting a building on fire. I do not agree with that. But pain turns into violence, and violence turns into action. And sometimes you have to make a pact, you have to make a move, you have to do something to get these people's attention. You have to do something to get them to hear you. Black people aren't seen until it's negative. Black people aren't seen until it's something gross. Black people aren't seen until we're killed by someone of a different race. Black lives don't matter right now. They don't. And you can't say all lives matter until Black lives matter. And to people take into consideration that we have to teach our kids how to breathe through somebody putting a knee to their neck. That we have to teach Black boys and Black girls that not every police officer wearing a badge is out to protect you. When you have to teach Black kids that not everyone is going to like you because of the color of your skin, and then y'all want to scream all lives matter. They don't. Black men should not be teaching their kids when you are pinned to the fucking ground how to put your breathing into things so you don't die. Black kids should not be afraid to go outside in their yard because they're afraid that the white neighbor or the neighbor across over here or whatever neighbor that is that don't like them for the color of their skin is going to call them out their name. All lives don't matter. All lives do not matter. To the white people and different races standing up for Black Lives Matter, thank you. So thank you for using your voice to let people know that you see the injustice. You see the inequality, you see the racism, and you won't stand for it. That is what we're losing in the middle of this Black Lives Matter. That is what I feel we're losing. People are becoming more and more distant. People are becoming more and more separated, and that's what's hurting us. As a world, as a community, as a people, we have to see through the shades that they are trying to put down. We have to see through the hate that people carry in their hearts. Not everything they do needs to be resolved with a reaction. That's what they want us to do. They want to keep us in a box. They want to make us look bad so they can say, what my grandma told me about Black people was right. What my granddaddy told me about Black people is right, and it's not. Alrighty guys, and I want to end this video on this note. All lives don't matter until Black lives matter. Until we are not put in a box and feared for the color of our skin. Until we are seen as people and not threats. As soon as our voices are heard and understood, our lives will not matter. We will continue to get hurt. People will continue to fear us. And I just want people to know and take away from this video, this is not about pointing fingers. This is about bringing awareness to a movement that needs people of different races to understand where we're coming from. We need your voices to help raise our voices. If you see injustice, you see racism, you see this stuff, and you don't say anything about it, it makes you look as horrible as the people causing it. Now more than ever, we have to come together as one and use our voices in unity to make a change. Our lives don't matter, and they should. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please give it a big old thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you agreed with what I said, if you didn't agree with what I said. How do you feel about what I said? You know, just now it's time to open up those lines of communication, and people need to voice how they feel. All right, you guys. Don't forget to, most importantly, love yourself. Love someone else. I will see you guys next time. Deuces.